Preparing a bird to cook on my big green egg outside. Usually, I try to take this bird and cook it different ways. Today, we're trying a different way. The bird has been cleaned. All the inside has been taken out. Today, I decided that I'm just going to flatten it out and butterfly it out. Typically, you could take the back out of that bird right there and boil that down and make your broth for dipping sauce later. But today we're going to do it different. We're going to leave the back in the bird. It's patted dry. The first thing I do after I get it to this stage and it's flattened out, I use a little bit of this garlic spread. You can find this garlic spread in different stores. It don't have to be this brand, but get the kind that you like most. I like to use this one. It's a good value. You can buy it at the Brookshire Grocery Company in your area. What I normally do here, get a piece of the butter spread. If you go right underneath the skin, you just poke a little hole right underneath there. Can you see? My finger's going underneath the bird right there. Right underneath the skin. That's what you want. You get the butter and you just slide it in there. Once you get it in there, then you can kind of move it around where you want. You can see I've already placed about 3 or 4 other little cubes in there. It's ready. You do the same thing here under the back end. You get your butters, you slide them underneath here. Get you another spoonful out. I always take the butter off the spoon to keep from contaminating the spoon back and forth. But I get the butter and I slide him underneath there. Once I get him underneath there, I can kind of maneuver it around which way I want it to go. As you can see how I'm sliding it over the breast part. Here's some that's over the back end of the bird near the drum area. It's okay if some get over the top. That's just going to help crystallize your top part of your bird for you. Stuff him under there. Now, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side over here. Sometimes you have to work your way in there and poke your way into the skin. But once you get in there, as you can see, you can move around just like you need to. We get more of the butter here. Get it stuffed underneath the skin. A little bit over the top, just going to help flavor the bird once he's in there. You get him stuffed in over here. Now, come to the front part of the bird, and I do the same thing with the breast part on this side. Stuff them in, mash them around, keep them moving toward the end. They're right there. That's enough spread into the bird. You can wipe them off here. From this stage, move my butters to the side, and I get a spray of a good olive oil. I like to use this olive oil here. It's gluten-free. It's very healthy for you, and it gives a good flavor. I put the oil on the bird to kind of help give the bird a little color, make the seasoning stick to it a little bit. Just kind of let it cooks evenly, your seasons. It don't stick to the grill. Everything just works smoothly once you get a little olive oil on it. Just like this. Just bath them in it just a little bit. It don't take much. Just want to bath them in there a little bit. Rub around. Play with them a little bit. It's your bird, right? Play with it a little bit. Good enough. So, got a piece fell out here. We're going to get him right on back in there. At this point, I'm going to take one of the gloves off. I keep a dry hand and a wet hand. One of my key ingredients is that guy right there. It's a good Atkins seasoning that I get. I like to use it on several things. And I sprinkle him on the back side. You know, it's like everything else. When you season something and you flip it over, you season the other side, you have to add a little bit more to it. I like to raise the wings up, get underneath there. Ain't nothing like getting underneath there, getting a bite of that getting a bite of that wing once it's done and don't have any seasoning on it. To cap it off, that's the main seasoning. This is a must-have for your kitchen. If you do not have this in your kitchen, I promise you, you need to run and get it. This is a very good seasoning. It goes well on anything. I just kind of cap off a little bit here. There's no salt in this. It's very good for it, for the bird. Flip him over and I get the same thing going on this side. So much for that dry hand, isn't it? That's okay. We're gonna make it work. Don't be afraid of it. You're gonna lose some of it in the process. And capping it off again with just nature seasoning. There. I flipped the bird back over. As you can see, I lost some of my seasoning. That's okay, I got more. I make sure she covered really good. It don't take much with the garlic butter we got underneath the skin, with the seasoning we got over the top. This bird here is ready to sit and cook. Now, this bird don't need to be marinating for hours upon hours. You can leave it at room temperature if you're going to take it straight to your grill. I'm going to prepare the big green egg for a cook, and I'm just going to leave the bird sitting here at room temperature. It's very cold right now, so it's not going to hurt it to sit here for just a moment. So she's going to sit right there out of harm's way while I do my diligence in cleaning up my wife's kitchen before she comes back in. So we're going to do that, and I'll come back to you when I get ready to put the bird on the grill. Okay, we outside here, just about got the big green egg, getting it ready to go. As you can see, she got some character. She's ready to go. You got to use this guy right here to cook on the egg. It's the lump charcoal. This stuff keeps it really hot. But you don't know what those are. Look like little burnt pieces of lava bricks, what have you. And as you can see down in the green egg, those are my charcoals left from last time. Thing about it, you have some left over, you can smother that out and use it on further cooks. I like to get my bigger pieces and put it toward the bottom. Those bigger pieces kind of opens up the air where it allows the air to flow pretty good. So I build me like a little pyramid there in the middle with the bigger pieces and kind of work myself up from there. In lighting a big green egg, you want to use the charcoal starter. It's just a little brick piece. It don't take much. Just this guy here. All it takes is breaking it. And all you need is one. It lasts you a pretty good while. Just save the rest of them for another cook. Set that guy to the side there. I come here, I kind of stick him right in there. Kind of cover him up a little bit so he'll catch on with the other pieces there. As you can see, that pyramid is there. I get this utensil here. I just start a little light right there on him, right there, get him going. And while I'm doing that, the vamper door here, I keep that open the whole time. That allows the air to go in here and it pulls it up through here, which allows the coals to catch faster. And that's how you regulate your air and your heat when the green egg is going. Okay? We'll come back to you just as soon as we get this fire going. It takes about 5 minutes if you're ready. The big green egg look like it's really hot. You can see the coals, boy, they ready to go. They ready for me to just get ready to shut them down. Before I put it together, I like to use this apple wood. Today I'm using chips. I normally would like to use the chunks. Hadn't been able to find the chunks, so the chips just have to do today. What I did for about 30 minutes, just warmed a few chips in here just to give them a little smoking power. I don't like to put it all over the coals. I like to get it and just put it on one side of the grill. I don't like the meat getting too smoky. So I'd like the flavor, but not too smoky. So what I do is get the coals and I put them on one side. Okay. We get that going, we're gonna cook the bird on indirect heat. We can cook a lot faster if we did it on direct, but I wanted to cook it slow today. We're gonna have some things we're gonna be doing around the yard. That way I can smell the aroma of the bird cooking in the green egg, and I don't have to worry about it flaming up or catching a fire. It's gonna cook perfect, tender, juicy all the way through. What we're gonna put here is called a place setter. You don't have to wrap it in foil. You can wrap it in foil. I like to keep my place setter in when I'm cooking on indirect. What I do is lay that right there. As you can see, she's already starting to smoke. You can see the smoke coming from it already just from a few of those little coals. So, right here, I got that right there. I get my rack. Set my rack on top of that. We're gonna shut it down and see what temperature we can get it going. We're gonna get this going up. The ideal temperature I'm gonna cook her at is about 275. So we're gonna let the bird just start to get up there. And you'll see once it get up to about 275, I'll go ahead and put it on there because I can hold that temperature to that point throughout this whole cooking process. Once this baby get hot, it holds the heat just as well. You don't have to worry about it going anyway once you get your settings just right. As you can see, she's starting to smoke already, and she's already at about 190 degrees. So it won't take but just, it's only been closed now for about a minute or two, and it's gonna get to 275 pretty quick. I'll get back to you just as soon as I get ready to put the bird on. Here it is, 5-7 minutes later. We got the big green egg up to about 300 degrees, okay? I allow for 25 more degrees hotter because as I raise the grill lid up, it's gonna allow the grill time to cool down some. I can get that back down to 275 pretty quick upon closing. So we're gonna go ahead and raise it up. As you can see, she's hot and ready to go. We just gonna cook her flat down on the grill. We're gonna set her down here, right in the center of the grill there, and she all set to go. She'll sit there and rest. Oh, for about 1 hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours max, depends on how I want to slow her down. What we're gonna do right now, we're gonna choke this down a little bit here, and we're gonna get the door here. We're gonna close this door to about right there. That's gonna hold that heat. That's gonna allow just enough air. As you can see how the green egg went back up, but she's hovering right back down to the 275 point that we was looking to get. Now we're gonna just choke that just a little bit right there and a little bit right here, and she's gonna hold that heat as long as I want her to. She's sitting just where we need her to sit right now, and we'll come back to you in about 1 hour and a half, 1 hour and 45 minutes. We're ready to take her off, and let's see what she looks like. It's time to take the chicken off the big green egg. Here we go right here. She all ready to go. Well, look like the big green egg kind of hold on to it a little bit. She's gonna be juicy and ready to go. And the big green egg is steady wanting to cook, so we're just gonna shut her down all the way. Smother her up for the rest of the trip. Let's go inside. Here we go. We're just gonna go in here and take a little slice of her, see what she's looking like, see if the juice is still pouring. Oh my, look at that juice down in there right there. You talking about juice and ready to go. That's a juicy piece of meat. Look at that breast meat. Look at that. Oh my, look at the juice in there. Look at the juice in that meat right there. It's ready to go. Another big job from the big green egg. Let's just take a little sample. Oh, you can just see the juices. Here we go. Gonna try it out here. There we go. Oh, you gotta come try it. It's outstanding. Outstanding. Mama, we done it again. That's from the big green egg.